Hello. This video is intended to explain both the techniques and the hows and whys of the Life Force Chakra Clearing Meditation. There's two practices. There's an energizing version for people who are more tamasic or lethargic. Maybe you're feeling no energy. Maybe you're feeling a lack of zest for life. The energizing version is going to be the one that you're going to want to practice. The other version is the calming version. The calming version is for those who are more rajasic or feeling a sense of anxiety, a sense of hurriedness all the time, a sense of crazy, busy, frenzied mind at all times. This is the calming version. And so they're different, a little different, in that the energizing version uses 3 rounds of bellows breath. Now, bellows breath can be very activating, like it is very activating. And so it is very contraindicated for people who have bipolar. If you notice any lightheadedness, any nauseous, you want to discontinue the practice. Bellows breath is a very powerful practice, and it is also an advanced breath. So again, beginners need to use about 5 breaths per round of the energizing life force practice. If you're more experienced and you're getting it and it feels good to you, go ahead and increase that number. The second thing you need to know about the difference between calming and activating is the activating version uses sounds and mantras that are more energizing. Sounds and mudras, hand positions that are more energizing. The calming version uses a cooling sound and a less energizing mudra. So let me just show you the difference. Like in the energizing chakra clearing, you're going to link your pinkies and gently pull in both directions. In the cooling version, you're going to just gently press the pinkies together and hover them there. And so that's the difference. Let me tell you the difference in sound. In sound that you're using for the chakras, the energizing version uses the sounds with the consonants lum, rum, vam, yum, hum, all those sounds. And the cooling version uses the cooling tones oo, oh, ah, like just some nice vowel sounds that will cool. You can do these versions seated in a chair. You can do them, I demonstrate them kneeling on some yoga blocks like these, because that's how I personally like to meditate. It feels good. You can sit on the floor, crisscross applesauce, and do it with that as well. You've got a meditation cushion you can sit on as well, like this. So you would just sit up nice and tall. Actually, this feels better to me than kneeling did. So you just have to figure out what feels best to you, but the biggest thing is that you're taking a nice tall seat in these meditations. So choose how you want to sit. We're not going to go through the whole thing. We're just going to touch on technique things. So with bellows breath, your hands begin in fists at your shoulders. Elbows are squeezed into your torso gently. You'll inhale and reach the hands up overhead through the nose. And then you'll exhale through the nose, dropping those elbows to the sides, fists to shoulders. Now here's a few variations. If you can't extend the arms all the way up because of shoulder issues, you can extend the arms just part way up, and that's just fine. If you can't extend the arms at all, you can just do the hands. And any way it's going to help you. The reason why this version uses arms is to just help ease anxiety. It helps your body know more what you should be doing with this breath, this kind of more advanced breath. So use the arms. Once you're done with your 25 or your 5 or your 10, however many breaths you're going to do, inhale and exhale would be 1. Then you'll inhale all the way in, retaining that breath in, and I'll say take the locks if you know them. We'll go over that in just a minute. And then 3 forceful breaths through the mouth. All the way forward. Put your hands to the floor or your hands to your knees if you're seated. And then you'll return your body to normal without taking a breath. And then you'll let your belly go and then allow the breath to return, kind of integrating in through the whole body. We'll pause at that point. Let's see, what was I going to say? Okay, so the locks. Okay, so the locks that I'm referring to. You've got 3 locks that you can use. It's a root lock where you're actually pulling the pelvic floor in, kind of like a Kegel, but not quite as intense. Just pulling that pelvic floor in, pulling the belly in, belly button to the spine, almost tucking that belly underneath the rib cage. That's the idea. And then tucking the chin. So those 3 locks. So we'll come forward, come up. Oh, I'm sorry. This is after your breath. You're going to inhale here. Take the locks if you know them. And then 3 forceful breaths through the mouth. The next part of this is to take a mudra with your thumb wrapped in your 4 fingers. You'll extend the elbows out, placing the fist on the thighs. And then we'll exhale and then inhale to 2/3 capacity. So not all the way. And then again, taking the locks if you know them, and just letting that breath kind of just float in the body. I really love to think of my sankalpa here, my heart's desire, what I really want. If I'm wanting more peace or more joy, I kind of feel that like just suspended in my body at this point, and I really love that part of this. After that, you'll release the belly, take the full breath in, and then let your breath go, let the mudra go, and return your breathing to normal. So that is the first part of the chakra clearing meditation. The second part is Brahmari or bee breath. So come with me now. You'll take your index finger and put it on your eyebrow. You'll take your ring finger and cover your eye, just gently closing it. Your middle finger, not your ring finger. That would be awkward. So your middle finger. Next would be your ring finger at the corner of your nose, and then your pinky at the corner of your mouth. Then your thumb is here to cover the flap on your ear and completely cover it. All right, so that's the mudra. You're going to do it with both hands. Yes? If you don't like that, if that feels panicky to you or just don't like it, you have some options here. You can do helmet mudra, placing all 4 tips of the fingers together, and then the thumbs are going to be there to cover the ears. So your face isn't covered at all, but you're still connecting the nerves by pressing your fingers together. And then the other mudra is no mudra at all. So you have a few options here on Brahmari bee breath, or just simply plugging the ears with no fingers, no mudra at all. But you do want to plug the ears. The sound is like you're buzzing, like a bee. So it's not bzzz, but kind of a humming sound, But what you're going to do inside the mouth is pull the tongue back in the mouth so that the tip of the tongue is just dangling in the mouth. So you're kind of closing off the throat with the back of the tongue. So just kind of practice that. It's not a too terrible sensation. So now let's practice it without the mudra. So inhale, and then you'll buzz. And you'll buzz until you run out of air. So you do it 3 times. So you inhale and buzz until you run out of air. And then you inhale 2 more times, buzz till you run out of air. At the 3rd time, you're going to release the hands, place the palms open on the lap. At which point, we'll go into the chakra sounds and mudras. Again, they're different for energizing and for calming and cooling. The biggest difference is that energizing uses color and a consonant sound, and that the cooling version uses no color and a calming sound of just a vowel that will align the chakras, and it feels really great. Here's one more thing you need to know about this meditation. If at any point you want to stop, you don't need any more of the techniques. You feel great, you feel quiet, you feel inward after Bella's breath, stop there. You don't need any more. If you want more, then go ahead and do bee's breath. If that helps you feel, the whole point of these techniques is that they are calming to the mind, so that the mind kind of quiets down a little bit, so that you can feel a sense of growing peace within you. These techniques are amazing for that. And so I encourage you to play around with them a little bit to figure out what works best for you. So thank you for joining me for this explanation of the Life Force Chakra meditation practice. Namaste.